Jannik Sinner handed tough draw in Doha return after Australian Open. Heartbreak. Jannik Sinner's long-awaited return to the ATP Tour has come with an immediate challenge. The Italian star is back in action at the Qatar Open in Doha, his first tournament since a grueling semifinal defeat at the Australian Open, and the draw has handed him little room for error. After falling in 5 sets to Novak Djokovic in Melbourne, Sinner now begins his Middle East swing under pressure, expectation, and with a dangerous opening opponent waiting. Australian Open. So close. Yet so far Sinner entered Melbourne as one of the top favorites to lift the trophy. Instead, his campaign ended in a dramatic semifinal loss to Djokovic, a match that once again highlighted the razor-thin margins at the top of men's tennis. While Sinner showed flashes of brilliance throughout the tournament, the Serbian legend proved just a bit sharper in key moments. Meanwhile, Carlos Alcaraz surged to the title, completing the career Grand Slam at just 22 years old and further intensifying the rivalry at the summit of the sport. For Sinner, the defeat was painful, but not catastrophic. He demonstrated consistency, physical endurance, and tactical maturity. However, the question now is how quickly he can reset mentally and physically. Immediate trouble in Doha. The draw for the Qatar Open has not been kind. Sinner is scheduled to open against Czech shotmaker Tomas Machac, a player known for his aggressive baseline game and ability to disrupt rhythm. While not ranked among the very elite, Machac has proven he can trouble top seeds on faster hard courts. And it doesn't get easier. With a stacked field featuring multiple top 20 players, Sinner may have to navigate. Big servers who thrive in Middle East conditions, aggressive counterpunchers capable of extending rallies. Potential blockbuster clashes deep in the draw. Doha's hard courts reward clean ball striking and early timing, areas where Sinner excels. But they also favor players who take the initiative quickly. There will be no easing back into competition. The physical question mark. Another concern is match sharpness. Since his semifinal exit in Melbourne, Sinner has not played competitive tennis. While rest can be beneficial after a physically demanding slam, timing and rhythm are often difficult to rediscover immediately. In Australia, he logged multiple intense matches, including long baseline exchanges and high-pressure tiebreaks. The turnaround into a compact ATP 250-style week could test his recovery management. Ranking implications. Sinner remains firmly inside the top tier of men's tennis, but every tournament now carries added weight. With Alcaraz surging and Djokovic still looming, the margins at the top are extremely tight that a deep run in Doha would rebuild momentum. Send a statement ahead of upcoming Masters events. Prevent rivals from closing the gap in the rankings and early exit. However, would raise questions about post-slam recovery and consistency against dangerous floaters. Mental reset required. The biggest challenge may be psychological. Losing a slam semifinal after holding opportunities can linger. The emotional toll of being so close to another major final, especially while watching Alcaraz make history, could either fuel Sinner or weigh on him. The Italian has shown impressive mental growth over the past 2 seasons. He finished last year strongly, capturing multiple big titles and defeating top rivals. But the next step in his evolution is responding immediately after disappointment. Doha will be an early indicator of that maturity. What to expect this week? If Sinner serves efficiently and controls rallies with his forehand, he remains one of the favorites. His flat backhand penetrates particularly well in fast conditions, and his improved net play gives him additional variety. However, the margin for error will be small. Slow starts could be punished. Tiebreaks may decide matches. Physical endurance will be tested in night sessions. The path back to winning form begins now. Bigger picture. The 2026 season Australian Open semi-final confirmed that Sinner is firmly in the Grand Slam conversation. But in an era defined by Alcaraz's explosiveness and Djokovic's resilience, consistency between majors becomes crucial. Doha may be just one tournament, but it sets the tone that a strong performance could launch another title run heading into Indian Wells and Miami. A stumble would intensify scrutiny. Either way, all eyes will be on Sinner's response. Final thoughts. The draw has handed Jannik Sinner a serious test in his first outing since Melbourne. There will be no gentle return, no easy rhythm-building week. But champions are forged in difficult stretches. If Sinner can channel the frustration of his Australian Open defeat in a focused aggression, Doha could mark the start of another powerful run in 2026. The comeback begins now.